good morning. We're in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Sunrise this morning. I've already got the truck running. It's a little noisy. Let's go take a look at what we got. Yesterday wasn't too bad of a day. We delivered our big coil yesterday, and then picked up some air conditioners. Got 3 units. These 2 deliver by St. Louis. This one delivers in Illinois. We're gonna drop them both off today, and then once we get these off, we're gonna go get reloaded, going to South Dakota. Now, you guys always hear me talk about going to Walmart when I'm parked over here. So I know I'm making you dizzy. Sorry. That's the Walmart right there, and there's a little gate right down there, and you can walk over to go to Walmart, so it's not that bad. So my truck's parked right here, so that's usually when I'm over here is when I go to Walmart to stock up on groceries and whatnot. But it's a nice day today. It rained like hell last night, and I washed the truck on 4th of July, so truck's a little clean, but so it looks pretty good. This Chieftain Van Lines, I used to know a guy that when I was a bed bugger, a household goods mover, I knew a guy at Chieftain, and he was a school teacher, and doing household goods, the busiest time of the year is in the summer, and he was a school teacher, and then in the summertime when he wasn't teaching, he drove a truck for Chieftain Van Lines. So that was a long time ago, and he was an older gentleman then, so I don't think he's around, or I should say he's not moving anymore. But all right, let's get going. I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then we'll get going. So talk to you in a bit. All right, got my coffee, got my logbook, electronic logbook done. Got the window clean. It's Friday. So we're going to deliver this, and then we should be done. We're going to reload about an hour from where we're going to unload, and we're heading to South Dakota. I haven't been up to South Dakota in a while. I guess 2 reasons to go to South Dakota. First, it pays good, and it's a good over the weekend run, and then it'll give us something good to do over the weekend. Second, it's probably a little cooler up there. It's been pretty hot and muggy down here, and it rained like crazy last night, and I don't know, I was sitting in the truck and I could see the lightning strikes, and I don't know if the lightning hit a cell tower or something, but after that storm, my Sprint cell service wasn't working very good. It still not working very good. So
turn right on Wells bypass,
but
then turn left.
We're gonna get out of here. This week's been kind of crazy, not crazy, but just a little weird, because the 4th of July was on Wednesday.
Turn right on Broadway, then
most of the people had, have some days off, and they either had the beginning of the week off or the end of the week off. So a lot of places are open and closed, so it's kind of weird. So traffic's been hit and miss. Now yesterday traffic was a little heavy yesterday coming up, so it's actually why I stopped a little early. All right, let's make our way over to St. Louis and get these unloaded, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Sometimes what you want ain't what you need. Sometimes letting go can make your heart bleed. Sometimes the road ahead seems dark as night. Yeah. Have some faith in yourself, that's the guiding light. You should know that when your dreams have hit the ceiling and fallen back down on the ground, let me tell you, I know the feeling. I used to live in that town. One door closes, another swings open. That's life, and not to dwell upon the darkest hour, they say, is just before dawn.
All right, we're in Granite City, Illinois, just outside St. Louis. Google Maps said there's a big accident on the way we gotta go, so to kill a little bit of time, we're gonna stop over here. We're gonna pick up our 8-foot drop tarps. Remember a couple days ago I bought 4-foot drops. We're gonna pick up a set of 8-foot drops, and then we'll be good to go for tarps. We're over here at if you guys can see it or not, Tri-City Canvas. This is their place. They give us Mercer drivers a discount, but this is where I get a lot of my equipment from. But so we're just gonna pick up some tarps. They don't open till 8, so we got about another 10 minutes before they open up. And then hopefully all that traffic will be done by the time we get out of here. But yeah, I probably should have gone around, but I saw that accident. So all right, I will check in with you when we're done. Talk in a bit. All right, it's the end of the day. Today turned into a long day. It's I think 8 o'clock, something like that, 7, 8 o'clock. This is our load we got. I really wanted to use my new tarps, but this load is a tarp eater, and I did not want to sacrifice my new tarps on this load here. I know you can't really see, but it's silo parts for a silo, like a grain silo. It took about 5 hours to get loaded today. So they say it's 30,000 pounds. It's heavy. Right back here is some heavy stuff here, but all kinds of, as you can see, all kinds of sharp edges. I got padding and everything else up in there, but you know, all in all, it turned out pretty good. I did not put my best effort into this load, tarping it, because I was tired. But anyway, all right. I'm pumping some fuel right now. We're at, hang on, let me go around the truck stop here. I gotta scrape some bugs off the window. We're at a little Pilot. I like this little truck stop. They got the laundry is cheap. I might do some laundry. We got all weekend to go about 600 miles. So I'm gonna get some fuel. I don't know if it'll show up. I'm gonna get about 50 gallons of fuel so I can get a shower, and then we'll get a shower, get some rest. Oh, hang on a second. So, all right, let me finish this up, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, we got the tarps out here. Let me show you. So this is what I meant by tarp eaters. You can see I got that odd piece, but the whole load kind of looks like that. It's and then up in the front here, that stuff right there will tear up tarps. So all I did is I just peeled the tarp back. I use this technique too when I have a tarp load with multiple stops. Peel it back, and because I have the 2-inch strap back there, the tarp's not going to go anywhere, so I can pull it back tight. These are all our tarps. Those are our 4-foot drop tarps, and those are 8-foot drops. So what we're going to do is I'm going to unroll them, fold them up the way that I like to fold them, and then we'll find somewhere to put them. So let me get them all spread out. And I'll show you what the difference is. And hopefully this won't take too long. I'm gonna pull that tarp back on the load though before it blows out. All right, so this is a 4-foot drop right here. That's what it'll look like when it's all folded up. And we're gonna put them up on the step like they were before. Now the reason they're called a 4-foot drop is it's 4 foot. Let's see here if you guys can see this. So each section is 2 feet. So it's 4 foot from there. It's 8 foot across the top there. So this tarp is 16 by 26 feet long. So that gives you 4 foot up, 8 foot across, 4 foot down. Now, what's different between these and the blue steel tarps, see that flap right there? So that flap will drop down in the front or the back. And there's only a flap on one end. See that side over there doesn't have a flap. So that's what makes it a little bit easier, especially on pallet loads that are fairly square. With the blue tarps, as you can see up in the front up here, there's no flap. So you have to bring excess tarp all the way over and down. And with the flap there, you don't have to worry about that. So 2 4-foot drop tarps like this will cover 48 feet of the trailer. 2 blue tarps won't. And you can see there's just a little bit on the back there, and these are only overlapping about 10 inches right there. So with these being 26 feet long, that's 52, trailer's 48, so what's that leave? 4 feet. So that gives you quite a bit of an overlap. So that's what the 4-foot drops. Now, once I get this folded up, we'll undo an 8-foot drop. And you say, well, why don't you just use 8-foot drops all the time? That's a lot of tarp, especially a load like this. Can you imagine 8 feet will be, I mean, it would hang down, the excess tarp would hang down to, you know, to the yellow line. And that's a lot of tarp to work with. So that's why I wanted 2 sets. 99% of the time I'll use these right here. But those 8-foot tarps will get me out of a bind. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this one up. I've done a tarp video before, fold them up. I'll go real quick. What you do with the flap, pull the flap in, and then you're gonna fold to the middle, to the middle, to the middle again, and to the middle again. And then you roll it up. That way when you roll it out on the load, it'll just drop down. So let me get this folded up, and then we'll get an 8-foot out, and I'll show you what the 8-foots look like. All right, so we got the 8-foot tarp out. So you can see this is the 8-foot flap right there. So this is 8 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot. So that's 24 by 26. And I have 2 of these tarps. So that'll cover a whole trailer load. Now what I had to before, I had 1 of these big tarps, and then I would take the blue tarps, turn them sideways to cover the load. It was a lot more time consuming, and it wasn't quite as easy to tarp. I'll use these mainly for like big crates, pipe, insulation, big loads like that. I won't use these nearly as often as I'll use the 4-foot drops, but these 8-foot drops will always get you out of a bind. You end up somewhere where, because a lot of guys don't carry or won't do 8-foot drop loads. So anyway, so we got that one right there and that one, and we're gonna mount those up on the box on this side over here. So let me get this one done, rolled up, roll up the other ones, and then I'll get them mounted and I'll check back in with you guys. All right, I got everything done. It didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to, but we'll take a look. It took about 2 hours. I took my time. I wanted to get both of these tarps on top of that box over there. So these are the big 8-foot drops right here. I'll come up with something. If I don't like that, I'll do something else. But I'm not a big fan of stuff strapped all over the place, but we'll see. For right now, I had to put the little 4-foot drops back up there. I threw a strap over them. They're not going anywhere. And then once we get done with this load on Monday, we're gonna roll these tarps up, and I'm gonna tuck them up under the frame rails, and I'm gonna take these blue tarps. I got 3 of these. I left one at home. I'm gonna take these blue tarps, take them home, and sell them for hay tarps. So I'll put them on Craigslist, get a little bit of money out of them. So I was here. This place didn't fill up, but everybody likes parking around me. This whole parking lot's empty, and these guys got parked right next to me. So that's all right. So let's see over here. So we got the other one up here, and then I just used the pocket winch because I didn't have any more sliding winches. But so these are all secure, and if you remember, I've always had one right here, so you know that's no problem. I was trying to put 2 side by side. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but thought about maybe putting them on the deck plate. So we'll figure something out though. So all right, it's 6:30 right now. Sun's still pretty high. We're gonna drive on down. We're gonna drive on down the road, and about another hour, maybe a little further. That was some good exercise. I needed to exercise. I've been trying to get a little more exercise since I come back out of the house. I gained a little bit of weight here last couple of months, so I'm trying to be getting a little bit more exercise. So all right, let's get back up in the truck and talk to you guys in a bit. All right, it's the end of the day. We're in Albert Lee, Minnesota. We're parked on a side street. This road, if you guys can see in the mirror, it's a dead end down there. So there's not much traffic that comes down through here. That is the Walmart parking lot right there. Now, there's all kinds of signs in there. It says no overnight parking, but this right here is not part of Walmart. So we're gonna park out here and hang out here. We got about, from right here, we got about 200 miles to drive tomorrow. So I got lucky. I was gonna talk about my loads. I picked up this load Friday. It was a little rough loading and tarping. We're going to take this up to South Dakota. My coordinator, Katie, she found a load 20 miles away from where we're unloading. But the only problem is it loads on Tuesday, and it's going down to Florida. And you guys know how I feel about Florida, but it pays good, and it's only 20 miles away, especially out of South Dakota. That is a very rare thing to happen in South Dakota, to get that close. I was planning on deadheading quite a ways anyway out of South Dakota. So anyway, we're gonna go down to Florida. We'll be down in Tampa, Florida on Friday. Hopefully, we're picking up signs. It's the usually it's the big signs for like motels and stuff like that they put on top of the poles. I've picked up there before. So all right, that's the end of the day. I had a pretty good day. I got laundry done. Beautiful day. The weather's really nice. Got to mess with my tarps. That was driving me crazy. So got a little exercise doing that, and hope you guys got to see the different tarps. So anyway, all right, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.